Hello internet people, close that tab with porn on it and welcome to today's video. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this as unedited as possible, so if I basically say and ah as I do in the full original take, then I'm sorry, but I can't really help it because I'm trying to keep this as unedited as possible. Why? I'll get to that later on. But I guess I should start things off really by saying, hey guys, it's Pal here. Alright, so look, I've made several videos in the past apologizing for my lack of content, and I even posted one video where I basically made a joke of how I hadn't posted anything in a while, but then quickly went into the video. But I don't think I've ever actually had like a break from YouTube as long as this one, to the point where I didn't even have a Christmas special as I tend to do, the whole best and worst of 2015 in this case. And I'm sorry for that. Something obviously there is a reason for this, and I apologize. I just realized if the screen reflects my glasses, I'm sorry. I think I might as well just see. I'm trying to keep this as unedited as possible. Just turn the screen light down a bit so I can still see. All right, but I guess I can't really explain it. Ever since I posted a video where I was like, "Oh, I'm going to make more videos," I did actually film two extra vlogs. One of them was basically me being a Marvel/DC fan, getting excited for the new content that was coming on both the new films that were coming out, the new Avengers film, the new Captain America film was coming out, the new Ant-Man film, the new Fantastic Four film, although we all know how that went, and the new DC films that are coming out. I mean, I think it's only about a few days until Batman v Superman is released. All this stuff was going on. And then I also filmed another video about my last day of college. I brought my camera in, but when it came to actually editing the videos, I just couldn't get it done. And I don't think it was a case of procrastination. I just think that because originally the editing process in YouTube was actually the main reason that drew me to it, because I love the editing process. I like seeing my little creations come to life. And after being such a fan of YouTubers and watching YouTubers like Jack Howard or Tom Scott or Charlie McDonald make all these really really good content and get loads and loads of attention for it, it was just the perfect opportunity to go, oh, I want a little bit of that. And I obviously have improved over time, but I don't know. I guess it was just something wasn't there anymore. I mean, let's just be honest. As human beings, our what we like tends to change over time. For example, you may call one certain band your favorite band, and then over the next week that changes, and you start liking new stuff. And I think that's kind of what happened with the whole YouTube thing. The stuff that I liked before kind of changed, and I need to. I wish I could. I need to find my thing again when it comes to YouTube. I apologize, my phone just went off. And I'm not really sure what that is right now, but I think I need to spend some time in the future, figuring out what that is really, because when it comes to the whole career years, after I finish education and step out in the open world and try to claim it as my own, I see YouTube as being a past that. I still want to upload content. I've still got some ideas in here which I want to use YouTube as a platform that has truly become over the past few years. But the fact is that I don't know. I guess I just need certain things to get to it. Need to find the thing need to find what makes YouTube so good again. But that's going to take a while. But for those of you who are wondering about the whole Christmas special thing, I'm just going to quickly rattle through what the Christmas special should have been in my mind. All right, let's go best and worst songs. Best song, never actually sat down and went, right, that's the best song of the year. But I think Young Guns Speaking in Tongues came pretty close. As for worst song, I couldn't really think of any worst songs really. No, nothing really suited that. Best album, bit of an unusual choice. Jared Longy, Beating a Dead Horse. Like if you're a pop punk fan, if you're a degent fan, if you're I don't know, a crabcore fan, there are loads of good songs on there, and all very humorly written, but still the songs themselves are just pure. They just fit the genre so much, nail all the cliches, but it's still awesome. So that's why I like that album. As for worst album, I didn't actually listen to the album that year, and my screen's just gone blank, so I'm just going to quickly get that back up. I didn't actually listen to this album that last year, but I think if I would listen to the new Mayday Parade album, Black Lines, then that would have been the worst album, because I'm not sure what it is. A Mayday Parade, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of. I love some of their songs, such as The Silence and Oh Well, Oh Well. And I hopefully, fingers crossed, seeing them at Slam Dunk this year, but I don't know, the songs, even the songs I've heard of it, only one song, like I saw as being good, and the rest of the album was just, it wasn't good, I'm going to be honest. It just didn't hook me at all. Right, so moving on to best films. Obviously, the best film for me is the new Star Wars film. I freaking love that, and even though I'm probably not as much of a Star Wars nerd as I used to be, I walked out that cinema with a massive smile on my face, just thinking, "Oh God, that was so cool!" Like there were literally like loads of moments that made my jaw drop and all this stuff. All right, as for worst film, and I'm not sure if I saw this film this year or not, because I can't remember when I saw this film, because I didn't see it in cinema. As I previously alluded to before, the new Fantastic Four film, Marvel slipped up. All right, Marvel just messed up, and oh God, it's even worse than the original. I actually like the films that had Chris Evans and Jessica Alba. I actually like those films. I think they may have been some of my first ever superhero films, but oh God, it was such a good opportunity. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't mind the fact they were I didn't mind the fact they were redoing everything, but it sucked so bad. It did really, really just have. It only had a few saving graces, and I can't even remember them off the top of my head right now. Probably the acting. They're all good actors. What's next? Best music video. Best music video. I think I remember telling myself that I was going to go to Lindsay Sterling's "Take Flight," because not only is Lindsay Sterling a very attractive woman, respectfully saying, but the music video itself had a magical story and loads of special effects, decently done special effects to suit it as well. Worst music video, got nothing really. Best video game, Batman Arkham Knight. I watched H2O Delirious's gameplay of all that game all the way through, and it just, it was DC and so much more. It just felt fucking awesome. Worst video game, Lucius II. I think the Lucius II was released last year. Just watch the gameplay and you'll see why. I think it's basically a film saying, "Oh, the devil rocks," so it's got to be a bit okay. But yeah, just bad game, bit of a plain story, bad graphics. So yeah, that was my best. That would have been like my unfinished best and worst of last year. Now that kind of gets that out of the way. Now it's going to go on to the second part of this update. Uni. Because depending on whether or not you follow me on what little social medias I have, mainly Instagram and Twitter, you would have known that I moved out of this room. I'm back here for the Easter holidays, but I moved out. Essentially, I moved out of my parents' this house for the first time ever in my life, and I moved up to uni. I'm not going to say which uni I'm going to for private, personal reasons, but just to give you a fair mind, it's about the uni I'm going to right now is about a 40 minutes away drive from this house, and I actually got used to it pretty quickly. The first night was a bit weird, sleeping with my dad not sleeping in the room next door, my sister not sleeping in the few doors down. But I got used to it. Unfortunately, I don't think I got used to uni life pretty quickly. I got stressed quite quickly. This isn't really related to this, so I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm giving you detail. I got stressed pretty quickly, had a few personal problems, which led to me actually having a proper breakdown in the sense that I was on the phone to both my mum and my dad, bawling out. Like I was actually like, I don't like this place anymore, which probably paints a picture of me not being as much of a manly man I am, but well, I'm not manly, so I'm quickly going to take a time out. I apologise if I look over there. I'm looking at my own face really, and it's like you talking on Skype. You have to look at yourself for some reason. It's very weird. But back to the topic. So uni was I got used to uni eventually. I got used to the whole idea of independent living and making my own meals, etc. Even though they were basically ready meals from Asda. But the fact is that it got to the point where uni was taking up most of my life. Basically, after that breakdown, I had kind of came back to uni in this new year, the beginning of 2016, with essentially a new work ethic. Essentially, on my days off, I wasn't sitting around doing nothing. I was arranging meetings with student advisors and mentors. You know, I was working, making more hours off timetable to do work, etc. So yeah, I was improving really, and as a result, there was little personal life. And when there was personal life, kind of alluding back to what I was talking about before, YouTube never came up. Like YouTube was out of my mind. I was just sitting in the room watching, I don't know, YouTube videos as much as I tend to do, as well as sorting out iTunes because I brought a lot of CDs which I have not sorted into my iTunes library yet. I'm probably going to have to delete a few things off my iPod, but regardless. So yeah, no real YouTube. Also, my parents didn't actually allow me to bring my Canon camera that I film my videos on with me, because basically it isn't actually technically my camera. It's like a family camera in a sense, which I just use. So I wasn't allowed to bring it up. It's a ball ache, I know, but they're my family, so you know I kind of got to live with it, and I can't really start an argument with them, can I? So yeah, uni was it's kind of like focusing more on uni now. There isn't much YouTube going on right now. I do have a few ideas though, which I'm not sure when I'm going to sort them out. So yeah, that's the whole that's that. The third chapter, and this is genuinely like the most personal thing. I'm probably going to allude to it in the title of this video, but this is the most personal thing which I'm probably going to ever talk about on this channel. I'm not sure when it started out, but I think basically in the screen went blank. Basically, towards the beginning of this year, like around the end of January, I experienced some health issues. Basically, I'm not sure what it was. I think because of what I was eating at the time, I basically had a case of indigestion and heartburn at the same time. And not only was this a bit bizarre, but I also somehow managed to get that in like combined with an anxiety attack. No word of a lie. And I'm thankfully today, right now, I'm kind of like in the last few stages of getting out of it, I guess. And originally, I wasn't actually going to talk about this in detail, but I think this is going to prove something that I'm stronger than I thought I was. So probably not going to speak in that much detail about it, but I will, say a few things. Obviously, with the whole indigestion and the whole heart feeling, because basically, for those who've never had heartburn, it's kind of like was a pain-like sensation in the chest area, whichever side the heart's on. I don't know. And that on top of the anxiety attack kind of meant that my heart felt clenched because I was so scared, I guess. And because of what my heartburn, I generally thought, basically, the anxiety attack wasn't just a simple run-of-the-mill anxiety attack, and It was basically a strong case of death anxiety. For 2 months straight, I thought about nothing but death. I thought about my... I didn't want to cry. Okay. I thought about my friends dying. I thought about my family dying. I thought about all my idols and, singers, band members, actors, whatever they be, dying. I thought about me dying for 2 months straight. I couldn't do anything. Like, I remember kind of similar situation to my mental breakdown at the end of last year, the whole stress of uni life. Again, I was on the phone to my parents in bed, and I basically ended up doing the same. Like, talking to them about what was going on, how scared I was, crying all the way through it. But I did that 3 times in total. Like, I rang off, waited 5 minutes, then I got scared again, then called them back up again. And I've actually been seeking help from about 4 different sources that my uni has been able to provide me. One of my lecturers has a psychology degree, so he's been giving me these techniques which show me, basically to improve my happiness level, I guess. As well as student advisors, which I alluded to before. And I saw a therapist once, and all this stuff. And I think I've said before on this channel that I've experienced some shit. I've experienced some absolute crap. I mean, being I guess, and even though the posters and whatever behind me make me think that, oh my god, you're a fucking emo. Oh, you get depressed all the time. Bit of a stereotype, but moving on from all that. But yeah, I have faced depression several times in my life. I think from even primary school, because I was bullied for my weight. And then when I got more older, it became a matter of personal problems. Then it became a matter of paranoia. And then anxiety, which But despite all of that, and bear in mind, it has actually gone a bit strong in the past, like very, very dark in the past. Obviously, people who have been through what I've been through have come out the other end going, I would not have changed that. I would not have changed that. It was dark, yes, but I've learned from it. I'm going to move on from all that. If it weren't for the fact that I for some reason, my parents will show how far they'll go to help me, and as a result, I became close to them, and the fact that I may be writing a song about my problems for later on when I hopefully start a band, I would basically just... I wish that I'd never have been through what I've been through. I wish I could just, compare it to the whole, depression and be like, we wouldn't have changed that. Dark, but, it happened. I really don't feel the same with what I've been going through the past 2 months. It has been dark. There's been days when I needed to bawl my eyes out. I think even one day I kind of Skyped my parents, because that's something I never actually properly did, daily. I Skyped my parents daily, and I Skyped them a little bit earlier, and I just realised I was a little bit homesick, and my dad actually had to drive all the way out here, a 40-minute drive, just to, give me a hug and then take me out for a drink or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of, I'm getting through it now, fortunately. So, and I know, I guess you're probably asking, where do we go from here? Alright, I'm going to say this bluntly. My YouTube channel isn't dead. Regardless about whether or not I post video here, and whether or not it takes 1 year, or worst case scenario, more than that, 2 years to post here, this channel isn't really going to be dead. I think the moment I say I'm not going to do this anymore, I'm going to make a little video, maybe similar to this. I'm just going to say, look, I'm done, I'm moving on with stuff, I'm an adult now, etc., blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I'm going to honour you guys, but the little subscribers this channel has. But with an announcement, a proper announcement of some sort. So yeah, this channel isn't dead, but hopefully you can understand more or less about what I've been going through for the past year and a half year. It's basically been a lack of interest, or rediscovering, or trying to rediscover my passion for YouTube. Moving up to uni, trying to adapt to uni, and then a death anxiety attack. Basically 2016 could end up being the worst year of my life, basically. And lead up to Christmas last year wasn't exactly that positive either. But I'm getting better now. I'm getting better. And I'm not really sure what else I can say right now, really. So I think maybe it'd just be best to end this update here. Hopefully this was understandable, because I kind of miss doing this. I don't know why, but I started this video thinking, God, I'm speaking quite quickly. I'm missing this. I kind of missed how I talked when I posted up videos like this. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. Hopefully, well, thank you guys for watching, I guess. Should I do the usual outro? Should I? You know what, it's been a bit of a serious video, so maybe it's best not to do the usual outro. But thank you guys for watching 22 minutes of this. I'm sorry for wasting your time. And hopefully I'll see you hopefully soon, whenever I can, with some more content that will actually be something that I like, something I feel passionate about. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the week, the year, whatever. And goodbye.